It is now time for the main event, ladies and gentlemen. Tag team action, and making his way to the ring, perhaps one of the most controversial champions in the entire MPWF, Joey Eagle. Joey Eagle, as we have seen since coming to YouTube, has done terrible, disturbing things. I mean, he's beat Antonio Goldman. I mean, he destroyed the young kid Dagger, knocking him out with strikes. Joey Eagle has said things that I will not repeat because Joey Eagle, they're not right for TV. Joey Eagle, but yet there are some fans like Enigma MVP Destiny that believes that Joey Eagle is the man. Well, he is the man, but believes that Joey Eagle is the best superstar in the MPWF. Joey Eagle is the man. He is the one on top with the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, Joey Eagle was so disgusting and despicable that he attacked the 3 #1 contenders for his match for his championship, so they wouldn't have to face him at SummerSlam. And now he has to face all 3 of them at the same time in a fatal 4-way steel cage matchup at MPWF SummerSlam. Talk about karma. Karma has completely came back and bit Joey Eagle in the ass. And now Joey Eagle has to defend his championship in one of the most desperate situations in any champion's life. There is absolutely no advantage to being a champion in this matchup this Sunday at SummerSlam. But like I've said before, and I guess what Enigma MVP Destiny believes, that if there's one man that can survive a fatal 4-way steel cage match and walk out the World's Heavyweight Champion, it is that man right there, Joey Eagle. Joey Eagle has literally done it all in the MPWF. And Joey Eagle is now here to cement his name as the best superstar in all of car wrestling. And here is a man, a legendary superstar from Japan, Yamasaki Yoshino. When he got signed to the MPWF, just like me and everybody else in the MPWF fanbase, we were extremely excited to see the great Yamasaki Yoshino compete in the MPWF. But over recent weeks, a completely new persona that has never ever been seen before, and I mean ever been seen before. Like in Japan, Yamasaki Yoshino was a national hero who was nice to gaijins everywhere around the world. Now Yamasaki Yoshino, I personally believe, has a personal vendetta for Kwam, because like Kwam, like Yamasaki Yoshino in Japan, Kwam is that exact same character here in the MPWF. That veteran that everybody loves and adores and wants to see become world champion. Now in Japan, they want to see Yamasaki Yoshino become champion, and Yamasaki Yoshino thought that he was going to be the man who was treated the best, the legend that was treated in world championship matchups. But unfortunately, that title goes to Kwam by the MPWF fanbase, and Yamasaki Yoshino is envious and jealous of Kwam. And Kwam, you know, he respected Yamasaki Yoshino. Kwam, slightly younger than Yamasaki Yoshino. Kwam believed that Yamasaki Yoshino and him were going to have a great matchup on Raw, the last episode of Nitro, that they were going to be able to have a mutual respect afterwards, and perhaps maybe face each other later on in the future, perhaps for the World Heavyweight Championship. But Yamasaki Yoshino attacked Kwam, and now has developed a huge feud between these two. And now Kwam, you know, he's got it on his mind that he wants to destroy Yamasaki Yoshino when he gets his hands on him. Plus, you also got to think back for Kwam. Joey Eagle attacked Kwam, costing Kwam the #1 contendership for the world title at SummerSlam. Kwam, in fact, had Yamasaki Yoshino pinned with a frog splash in the #1 contendership matchup. So had it not been for Joey Eagle, Kwam would be facing Joey Eagle at SummerSlam. And now we got Antonio Goldman, ladies and gentlemen. Now Antonio Goldman won a #1 contendership match against the vile and destructive Systematic Carnage on the very first episode of MPWF Nitro on YouTube. And Antonio Goldman went to Cyber Sunday and challenged Joey Eagle for the World's Heavyweight Championship. Now he came up short. Like Antonio Goldman was super close, but got clipped by the Land of the Living Skies, a move that wasn't used by Joey Eagle in 7+ years. It was a phenomenal sight to see Joey Eagle use that move once more, and it caught Antonio Goldman by surprise. Now Antonio Goldman asked for a rematch against Joey Eagle. If Joey Eagle wanted to prove he was the best, if he wanted to prove that he was the top champion in the MPWF, he would have granted the rematch of Antonio Goldman. He would have went up against the best, but Joey Eagle did not want to face Antonio Goldman ever again in his life. Antonio Goldman gave him the toughest match Joe Eagle has ever had, and Joe Eagle has been fighting and trying to get an opportunity back at the World's Heavyweight Championship. And just as he was able to compete in the #1 contendership matchup, Joe Eagle took him out. And now Antonio Goldman has just came back with force upon force upon force and attacked Joe Eagle until he got what he wanted, and that is what has set the stage here tonight. These rivalries between these four men all interlude at some point, and it's going to come to a huge crash, a huge bang, when the four of these men battle each other at SummerSlam for the World's Heavyweight Championship. And here we go, main event time, ladies and gentlemen. KK Kwam, Joe Eagle. KK Kwam attacking Joe Eagle like no other. And I said before, KK Kwam was going to come like no other on Joe Eagle. KK Kwam wants to get revenge on Joe Eagle for costing him the opportunity at a one-on-one matchup at SummerSlam, and Joe Eagle there with a neckbreaker takedown, taking down the original bona fide OG KK Kwam. I mean, to have these guys in the same ring at the same time before SummerSlam is just straight suicide, and is completely generous by General Manager Mongo. We've seen Mongo. We saw how frustrated he was at the fact that these guys could not keep their hands off of each other for the last couple of weeks here on MPWF Raw. I mean, this is the final time before they're all locked inside of a steel cage that they will get to beat each other up. And here comes Antonio Goldman. Double team, it looks like, by both these men. And oh, double snapmare there by Antonio Goldman and KK Kwam. And now Goldman dropping a knee in Yamasaki Yoshino's face. Antonio Goldman and Yamasaki Yoshino have really yet to really mingle with each other. And oh, KK Kwam sending Yamasaki Yoshino to the outside of the ring. Antonio Goldman missed the elbow. Kwam, oh no, wait. Goldman jumps outside the ring and takes out Yoshino. I was going to say before, Goldman missed the elbow. KK Kwam capitalized and took Yoshino outside the ring. And then Goldman springboarded and took out KK Kwam and Yamasaki Yoshino. I mean, is that going to affect the partnership between Goldman and KK Kwam? What a kick there by Yamasaki Yoshino. We saw Yamasaki Yoshino with a vile beatdown at KK Kwam last week. And KK Kwam breaking up the count. That beatdown was vicious with a steel chair. The punches we saw on the announce table. I did not expect to see that vicious of a beatdown there by Yamasaki Yoshino. In fact, I didn't even expect to see Yamasaki Yoshino outside in the arena. But nonetheless, that battle took place. And now Goldman fighting back and going for a shin breaker. The knee has been a popular body part to work on this episode of Raw tonight. And now Goldman doing the smart thing, dragging Yamasaki Yoshino back to his corner of the ring. And now another shin break, and now tagging in KK Kwam. KK Kwam, former leader of the Creed, teaching Joe Eagle just about everything he knows in the MPWF. Joe Eagle has to credit his success and his fame to that man KK Kwam. Oh, Kwam, what a reversal by Kwam. No, oh, huge kick there by Yamasaki Yoshino. Huge boot to the side of the head. And Yamasaki Yoshino back in control of this matchup. Now Yoshino throwing Kwam back into the turnbuckle. And could we see a tag team double move? And yes, we do. And both these men, Yamasaki Yoshino and Joe Eagle, former tag team champions. Yamasaki Yoshino, a former champion in Japan. Multi-time MPWF tag team champion Joe Eagle. He is no stranger to the tag team format. And now going for a shin breaker this time. An extended shin breaker there by Joe Eagle. And I mean, Joe Eagle will destroy anyone, so he does not have to defend his championship. And now a beautiful figure 4 leg lock applied there by Joe Eagle. And KK Kwam grabbing the rope. KK Kwam getting to the ropes. And Joe Eagle holding on. And Yamasaki Yoshino stopping Antonio Goldman. Antonio Goldman finally breaking up the submission. And why the hell has the referee not got Yamasaki Yoshino out the ring yet? And now Joe Eagle stomping away at Joe Eagle. At KK Kwam, sorry. Joe Eagle can't really stomp away at himself. If he can, it'd be extremely impressive. I know. Looks like it will be a double team move by these guys. No, KK Kwam escapes. Oh, what a kick there by Yamasaki Yoshino. Going for a quick pin. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back for more of this main event.